Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching FANTAVISION, and today I am doing a review on the GTRacing Footrest Edition. What do they call it exactly? The Footrest Series GT 901 Black. Now this is actually my first gaming chair I've ever had. I've normally just had those really cheap office chairs you pick up on Black Friday for like 40 bucks. So this was a huge upgrade to what my old chair was. So what we're going to do for this review is we're going to break down the look, the features, and the comfort. So let's start with the look of this chair. The look of it, I love. I love that it's all black. It's very subtle. It's not over the top like a lot of these chairs are. It's got a very interesting design on the seat cover. It has, I don't know, it just seems like a very nice designed chair. I also like the fact that it has, this is part of now the features, but I like the fact that it's got a little footrest thing. I mean, I know I'm not going to use it a whole lot, but that's pretty neat. And with it having a footrest that doesn't really change any of the look of it, it doesn't look ugly by having a footrest, and overall I like the design. That's basically all there is to it. The logos aren't too gaudy. Of course, they're there on everything, like they are on all of these different chairs, but the logo isn't that bad. It just says GTRacing, and it's not anything that's going to be annoying. So now let's discuss the features of this chair. This, unlike a lot of these different racing chairs, has some padding where you're actually sitting. I know a lot of these chairs, I know my buddy's GTRacer does not have a whole lot of padding there. Also, when it comes to the armrests, they're like this rubber material, so it's actually really comfortable. I like these a lot. I thought I was gonna miss my old cushioned armrests, but this like squishy rubber is very malleable, but is also very sturdy, so I can lean against it. I don't feel like it's gonna crumble or anything like that. I like it a lot. You can move these up and down, very exciting, but you can't move them side to side. You also can't swivel these like you can with a lot of other gaming chairs, but I've never needed to swivel or move these armrests ever before, so I guess not having them is not a big deal to me. The pillows to me are a little bit overinflated. I'm not a huge fan of just how long the break-in is for this, especially the one for the back, and even the neck one is a little bit overinflated, I feel. It's a little bit too big. If it was a bit smaller, it would fit in my neck a lot easier. And something I noticed, that this probably does nothing to do with the chair, but my back was sore the first couple days I was using it just because I was kind of forcing myself to fix my posture, whereas my old chair forced me to basically have a slouch, and that's how I've been sitting for years. So I've been trying to fix my posture with this chair, and because of that, it has created a slight discomfort, but I feel like that's just me, not the chair. I did want to bring that up though, just in case. Also, with a lot of these chairs, you can of course put it all the way back, and with this one, now you're not normally going to do this. I mean, I guess you're taking a nap for some reason on your gaming chair, you want to do this, but it's also of course got that footrest, but that footrest you can basically only use when you're laying back because it doesn't extend very far. It extends probably, what is that, like a foot away, and that's about 2 feet by the end of it. So I've got really long legs. If I adjust myself a little bit, I mean the lower part of my leg is still hanging off. It's still comfortable, but unless I'm taking a nap, you're never gonna see me playing video games like this. Like, that's just, I guess you could, but it'd be very weird. So let's move into the comfort aspect, which I feel like most people are going to argue is the most important aspect of a chair, and I tend to agree. This chair is, like I said, much more comfortable than my old budget office chair. There's, like I said, lots of different positions you can put it in. It's very responsive with this lever over here. It feels well built. I don't feel like this thing's gonna fall apart anytime soon. Like I said, the armrests are very comfortable. That rubber really does help a lot. I often lean on my armrest, whether I should or not, I don't know, but I do that a lot, so having that extra padding right there means a lot to me. Very comfortable. I like the padding where I'm sitting down. I have a very bony butt, and because of that, I need lots of padding on chairs. So this works. This has enough for even me. So if you're like me, you're good. And also, if you're heavier than me, if you're bigger and you don't like super cushiony chairs that you feel like you're going to sink into, you don't have to worry about that because it doesn't feel like it's that thick. It feels like it's just thick enough to, like, if you're going to sink in, it's going to be about like an inch. Not a big deal. You're not going to sink into the chair and not be able to get out. You should be fine. Along with the comfort level, like I said, those pillows I feel like are a little bit too inflated, so I find myself removing the pillows and being a lot more comfortable, or removing one, or adjusting them somehow in some sort of configuration. But the thing is also, when I try to adjust it, I have to like force them to stay in place. Otherwise, if I lean forward at all, this is going to slide back down. It's very hard to get back in the position. It doesn't feel like it's in a good position just normally. So I usually remove the neck pillow and sometimes the back pillow. But the back pillow, now that I've broken it in a lot, I can use it all the time just fine. But in the beginning, I hated it. I hated the back pillow so much. It was so inflated. It was just so stuffed. But over time, it's kind of contoured to my back. Maybe that's what it's supposed to do, but it definitely wasn't the most comfortable thing when I first opened the box. Speaking of opening the box, putting this thing together was really not that difficult. This is the first time I've ever put together a chair. Usually the chairs I buy are pre-built. It's really easy to put together. It took me like 30 minutes, I feel. All the instructions were well written. It was very easy to follow the different steps. However, there was one step, it doesn't really affect the chair at all, but there was one screw somewhere on the sides. I don't remember where it was. I think it had to do with it was like something was screwing into something else, and it didn't have the screw hole in the chair itself that it was supposed to have. So I just kind of screwed it into the chair, but it's still fine. All the parts are tight. I've been using this for a couple weeks now. I've seen no issues. So even if there was one missing screw hole, it's still working just fine. The fact that my friend that owns a $400 GTRacer sat in this chair and said it was just as comfortable and the only thing was missing just a couple features when it came to the armrests and stuff like that is just crazy. He even said this has more padding where you're sitting down than his GTRacer. So with that in mind, the fact that a $170 chair can come close to a $400 chair says a lot, and I think that's great. I like that there's a lot of competition out there for these chairs. There definitely should be. I feel like GTRacer cornered the market at one point, but now a bunch of other companies are popping up, including GTRacing, and giving them a run for their money. Now, am I saying, is this the best chair in the world? No, but it is definitely a good choice from what I've experienced at least, and I've had a couple people in the chat tell me that they enjoyed as well. So for your money, it's honestly not that bad of a deal. Especially if this is your first time buying one of these racing style chairs and you're not really sure if you like the design of it or if it's going to be super comfortable for you. This is probably the way to go, just so you can kind of give it a test run, and then later on you can buy a more expensive chair. So it's a good entry-level gaming chair. Now for the most important question, you thought it was comfort. Does this make you better at video games? If you've watched me on stream, no, it doesn't. So hopefully this impressions / sort of review helped you out decide if you want to get this chair. This chair was sent to me for free by GTRacing. I do want to say that. The link down below is an affiliate code. It also gets you $15 off. They did not pay me for this review, but they did send the chair. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the GTRacing chair. I think it's a pretty good budget chair. And if you can't afford the other chairs that are much more expensive, then this might be something to give a second look at. Let me know if you guys have this already in the comments down below. Help other people. Let us know. Let's get a collective review here. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this chair, if you've had any experience with it. Like the video if you guys liked it. Subscribe for more content. And as always, have a fantastic day. See you guys.